What up, though? It's that nigga mine, and I don't know about y'all, but I literally grew up with Grand Theft Auto. Like when I was younger, I don't remember exactly. I had to been about 11, 12. My uncle gave me Grand Theft Auto 1, and he gave me Grand Theft Auto 2. These games were fun as fuck before Grand Theft Auto 3 even hit the shelves or even a thought in the mind. I was playing this all night. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to play live all the time. Me and my brother used to play live and that shit. And that was on PlayStation 1. So obviously that's a minute. You had a PlayStation 1. But majority of the time, like I say, we played sports games. When we got a GameCube, we was playing like Super Smash Brothers and shit like that. Like in Nintendo 64, Super Smash Brothers, Star Fox, like that's what we was playing. But this was totally out of that element. So I started playing this. This was fun. Then 3 came into the atmosphere, dog. Just as soon as the trailer hit, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, and the crazy thing is, I actually thought of this game beforehand. Like, I didn't think of Grand Theft Auto doing it. It was a game called Strike Force or something, and you was with a crew of people, and y'all like freely roamed a little bit, and you fought people. And I can remember being with my friend as a child, ride my scooter. Like, what if people could ride scooters and cars and stuff? And this had to been like a year or two before Grand Theft Auto 3 came out when I thought of this shit. So for me to see this actually come to fruition, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I don't see games get no better than this. How? Then, the announcement by GameSpot and Game Informer magazines came out with this shit. San Andreas. When I say I was Vice City, I played Vice City. I don't know why I ain't put Vice City in. My bad, y'all. But Vice City, though, I can remember playing that. And like the first song you playing is that Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Then you got the 80s theme, like River, what's that? The 80s theme, Sunset Drive or something like that. I don't know, but it looked just like the street off of Scarface. It take you right into an action movie. Then this like doubles down on that on San Andreas, bro, and the story was fucking amazing, just as amazing as Vice City, because Vice City had an amazing story. Even one had a great story. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 3 had a great story, even though the protagonist didn't talk. But this one has so much shit you can do. You can gain and lose weight, get strong, learn different fight moves. And when 4 was announced and we was going into the next generation games, I was just like, wow. I had to been in high school at this moment, man. Like, I want to say 10th, 11th grade or something when this came out. And I was like, wow, this shit is amazing. It looks real as hell. And once again, I had that thought, like, how can they get better than this, bro? But obviously, we in the future where 5 done came out already. But when this came out, this was my shit. And I really didn't take the story for what it was, because I was kind of upset that a lot of the features from San Andreas was removed, like far as gaining and losing weight. And, it was a lot of activities and shit that they had on there that you couldn't do on there, like buying property and shit and customizing your car and shit like that. Then when 5 came, they did essentially the same thing. They took more away and gave us a little bit more. Then they kept adding more over the years through online. But far as the main story, I feel like they should have did like they did with Grand Theft Auto 4 with the DLCs, because I'm one of the people that enjoyed the Ballad of Gay Tony, and I feel like that should have been its own standalone game. Essentially it was, but it was a good game, you know what I'm saying? A great story. Now, The Lost in the Dam, I didn't play that story all the way through. It really didn't, resonate with me where I was like really interested. But, Grand Theft Auto 5, man, you get 3 different people. They got their own struggles and shit. That shit made this game great. Like, everybody got their own struggles, but they got these abilities and shit. The abilities was great to have, but was it necessary? It was cool, but imagine how it's gonna feel when they remove it for the next game. if they do, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, I don't know what are they gonna do about the abilities thing, because they added the abilities, then they take it away, but it'll be the same as them adding the weight and they taking that away, because like they all had something special about each game. Like me myself, my favorite game is San Andreas, cause all the shit you could do. You know, you could buy shit. You could play split screen, not even split screen, but two people on one screen. Uh, if y'all old enough, you know, you was with your friends and shit, you know how that went. And as I stated, we didn't have a PlayStation or Xbox, so I went over other people's house and discovered certain things about the game. But like Grand Theft Auto 4, I owned that in 5, but for 3, Vice City, oh yeah, I did own San Andreas, but yeah, it's time for 6. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till this come out. Hopefully they ain't fuck it up, because Dan Houser is out the picture and shit. But with that being said, they've been fixing on this motherfucker or working on this game for a decade plus. And like, now that I partially got my grievances out the way and, you know, my growing up with this game, let me speak on my expectations of, you know, from what I see so far. I expect it obviously be based in modern times, and giving us like a great reflection of modern times, you know, like they do with like they did with each Grand Theft Auto, because you play Grand Theft Auto 4, that was in the time we had those particular phones and everybody wasn't on the internet like that, and you still had to go to internet cafes to actually spend money and shit. This shit now based on the age of social media and shit. So even what I was just saying earlier about all these content creators coming out with their own takes and shit, that's social media, you know what I'm saying, where it's just taking over to where even big businesses such as Game Informer, you know, are being overshadowed by lesser motherfucking credible people. So with that being said, you know, I can't wait till this come out. Much love, stay people productive and positive, and Grand Theft Auto for life.